School for me, I was a wrecking ball, absolute wrecking ball. You know, I would disrupt every single class, try and be the funniest kid in class, make sure everybody was laughing at me. But when I think back, you know, they probably wasn't, you know, laughing with me. They was laughing at me. You know, I was the one that was taking the brunt of all the, you know, the trouble, getting stood out, missing out on education. I never really valued my education back then. And, you know, if I could have my time again, I'd certainly knuckle down, because, you know, who's to say the boxing was gonna work out? You know, what if I'd got injured in my first ever fight as a pro? What would I have done? If the plan A doesn't work out, you know, the football, every kid wants to be a Premiership footballer these days, or, you know, a rugby player or a boxer maybe. If that don't work out, they've got their education to fall back on. You know, you've got to go to school, it's compulsory, so you might as well take as much out of school as you can.
I came here last March because there was no head coach here, so Tommy asked me if I would like to come across and, you know, get things moving to the next level. And when I came, there was maybe 5-6 kids in the gym, and we've already, within less than a year, we've got 20 kids in the carded group, and then in the beginners session, which is like the young kids, we've got 20 kids in that as well, so it's booming now.
So the Box Clever program, it's not about finding the next boxing superstar, it's far from that. It's about trying to teach kids right from my wrongs, passing on my experience and my knowledge. You know, don't be like me, don't be, you know, a fun time Frankie. You know, don't just wing it. You know, have a backup plan. Plan A don't work out, you got plan B. And the Box Clever program is growing and growing and growing. We're working with, well, we've worked with hundreds of schools. We're working with about 13 different schools at present. We've just got a new contract with South Humsley School, so it's going fantastic, and I've got big visions for the academy, the foundation, the Box Clever program. I want to try and get it accredited so that they can get some kind of qualification with it.
As soon as he walks in the gym, their heads turn, and the kids love it, and, you know, and the kids grab every opportunity they can get to get a photo with him, or, you know, sign a t-shirt or sign a cap or whatever else.
But remember, some families have got 3 and 4 kids. If you've got 4 kids, they all want to go to a sporting event every night at £2 a pop. That's £8 a night. 5 nights, that's 40 quid a week. Families can't afford that these days. With my gym being free to every kid under 17, it stops all the barriers and allows, you know, raw talents to walk through the door and crack on.
We always say it's not a team sport. It's an individual sport, and there's only you who can do it in the ring. But when we're actually training as an academy, you know, we're a team and we're here to help each other, and everybody learns off each other, and that's basically why I think we're so close, because everybody's got a good bond, and we mix it about, so you'll get the less experienced kids learning off the more experienced kids.
And that's what the academy is about, teaching people, you know, to put in hard work, make sacrifices and persevere, you know, when times get tough. We've got 2 cracking young kids, Corey and Corbin. These kids can fight, and they're very disciplined. They're there every single night, always trying to be better. And like, you see them before the session, like taking each other on the pads, and then the coaches tell them off and say, put those pads away. You know, they're just eager, keen to learn, love the game.
They'll walk in, the parents will say, oh, he's a bit of a jack the lad at home and at school, you know, messing about, and then within 3 to 6 months you see a change, and then the parent will start saying, you know, he's actually changing at home. You know, he's behaving himself, his school reports are better, and that's just the discipline through boxing and the focus.
Confidence, self-belief, his behaviour's improved a lot. He got a bit of a jack the lad reputation, and now he's got a focus in life. He looks well to his boxing, and it keeps him occupied, keeps him off the streets.
Molly Deef, wow, powerhouse, can fight, being selected for England training, you know, boxed over in Ireland, a real, you know, one for the future. Boxing for girls is on the up, and this girl is leading the pack in Hull. She's boxing under the Tommy Coyle banner. Neil Hudgell was seen to be a successful businessman in the area. This was like, I'm talking 7-8 years ago, and I got in touch with him via a friend. I asked him if he'd be interested in some sponsorship, and I was just really happy at the fact that he replied to me within 2-3 minutes. And anybody who knows Neil, he's excellent with emails. He'll reply within 2 or 3 minutes. Might not be many words, but he'll always reply very, very quickly. And he said, yes lad, meet you at Holiday Inn such and such a day at such and such a time. And I met him, and I'm expecting this guy, in a sharp suit, briefcase, looking the part, looking like, a successful businessman would. And he's there in his Rover shorts, and he said, sit down lad, do you want a coffee? And he got me a coffee, and we're chatting away. And I had this presentation, I was about to show him, what I've done, what I plan to do, what benefits would be in it for him. And he didn't even ask to see the presentation. He kind of just weighed me up, and he said, all right, so he said, I'll sponsor you. And that was it. And I said, can I maybe do some training with you? I felt like it would be a good return on investment to give Neil a little bit of training and, a bit of an insight to boxing. And he came down, and when I took him down to the gym, what I was initially renting for my Box Clever program, he said that he'd back the Box Clever program as well. And I was like, wow, I don't even really know this guy, and already he's saying he'll back my Box Clever program, he's going to back me. And the relationship just grew from there, to be honest. I went to watch him at one of our home shows. I think it was his second or third fight, and he got knocked out. Now, I've been knocked out many times. You get hit on the chin, the right timing, the right speed, the right power, it's good night. I've been there. And he got knocked out, and he was devastated, bless me, he was crying. I come out of the ring, and I went, stop crying. And he stopped crying, and I said, I don't care if you win, lose or draw, get knocked out, I'm not bothered. I said, it isn't about that. I said, it's about taking part and trying to be the best that you can be. I said, did you prepare 100% for this fight? He went, yes. I said, that'll do for me. I said, all I will ask of you is to get back in the gym on Monday and train even harder. Try and make, adjustments, make improvements. And he said, because he's pushing, I will. And he come. Monday he's there. I didn't think he would, but he was there. And he showed commitment. He's kept coming and kept improving. And he won his last fight. So I said to him, I pulled him in and I said, listen, coach told me you need some new training gear. He says, yeah. He's just started working, he's got a little job, he's 16. I said, I'll treat you. I said, I'll get you your gloves and your head guard and your protectors. It's quite expensive, and he was just made up, and it was just like somebody put a battery in the back of him, face lit up and loving the game. And for me, I'm not motivated by financial success, I'm really not. So, I sit here and people think, success you can measure it on so many different levels. Some measure it on how big your house is, what motor you drive, how much money you've got in the bank. But for me, I look around and I measure it with people. And I've got likes of Neil Hudgell, Paul Sewell, Simon Cook, my dad, my mum, my pal Luke who runs this place. I've got some real good people around me. And that's success. These fighters, these kids what I've got in our gym, that's success. The fact that they want to train at my gym, there's tons of gyms in Hull. Why do they train at mine? And I feel because that's what we look after them. But we can only look after them because others look after us. And that's why I believe if you're fortunate enough to get to the top, send the elevator back down. Send the elevator back down for somebody else. And, that's all Neil's done. He's got to the top. Sent the elevator back down for me. I'm getting to the top, and I'm going to send the elevator back down for someone else. I feel having an academy and kids off the street being able to access it for free because of people like Neil and walk in, they might have a natural ability, but if I can go in and I can give them this experience, I can make some champions and I can turn kids' lives around.
It's brilliant!